What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Aggro Cast. We're here today with a film review of Frankie Dukes playing the Mongols. This, I believe, is his second game on the ladder with the Mongols, so let's get it started. So right off the bat, a little slow. He hasn't played Mongols in a while. He's going to send his TC over to the gold and the wood line, which is a solid spot. He's eventually going to need to come over here for more wood. But for now, this is a good spot on both two resources. He's going to put his dur down, get a wood. Typical Mongol build order would just get that one chop of wood and then head over to the food. So I'm not sure what he's going to try to do here. Maybe he's going for an early barracks or tower rush. So we'll see. He's up against the Ayubid player here today, Diomedes 666XXX. We're not really going to focus on him too much, as we're just going to try to film review Frankie Dukes. And I don't claim to be a pro when it comes to the Mongols, but I have played them on the ladder a decent amount, and this is Frankie's second time. He's just trying to learn them now, so we're going to do our best to give him some advice and nitpick at what he did right and what he did wrong. Looks like he already hit the movement arrow, so that's good. Every time when you're scouting with your Khan, trying to get some sheep, it's good to just pop that as many times as you can. Now he's got all of his guys on... Oh, let's switch this over. He's got... Looks like he went 8 to food first, and now he's going over to gold, which tends to be the typical build order. He's got his Uvu pumping. Where's his Khan? Only brought back one sheep, so that's not ideal. But it looks like if he comes over here, there's a couple sheep. Oh, well, it looks like his opponent's going to get all those sheep. So, not a great start for Frankie when it comes to sheep. He went up here, and there just wasn't much, and his opponent took everything from over here. But, I mean, that really doesn't have anything to do with playing Mongols. That just kind of has to do with getting unlucky on the sheep. But he's going to get a nice little scout in. He's going to come to the base, see what's going on, steal this sheep. That's solid. See that his opponent has all the guys on food. Just going to be aging up regularly. We'll see when Frankie comes. I love this, putting the falcon up so you can see which wing your opponent goes with. It's a terrific falcon there. As we look back into his base, looks like he may have gotten the... this is why if you're not going to use this 150 wood, you'd want to be on the food right away, because your timing would be a little bit better to get 400 and 200 at the same time. Just save you a little bit there. But he's cooking. He wants to get that 150 wood so that as soon as he ages up, he can get down either a stables or a barracks. Probably a stables if he's going to wait until the age up to put it down. I like that he has the gur here for now, because he's going to start getting this wood line. You can chop all the way over here and all the way over here and not have to walk very far. Okay, he's going to go with the deer stones. This kind of makes sense, I think. It's not a great market. It'd be a very, very aggressive trade. So we'll go with the deer stones to start, and there he is. He's going to put down his stable. So he'll put that down here, move it over to the Uvu. Hopefully he'll move it to as far forward as possible, so his Keshiks don't have to run too far. He is going to get scouted out himself. No big deal. He's onto the wood now. I mean, not too much to talk about here, other than get that stables over. There you go. Let's see where he's going to put it. He's going to put it right up against the Uvu. Not a big deal to have it one tile forward or not. So, not the end of the world. He got a little bit more sheep than I anticipated him getting. So that's good on him. He'll probably take his Khan and try to get rid of some of this darkness. He probably should come right in here to his opponent's base and see what he's up to, because he's not going to know about the stone gathering because he hasn't been here long enough. But instead, like I said, he's going to get rid of the darkness on his map, which is a thing that us lower level guys do You get obsessed with clearing out the map. One thing that's nice for playing the Mongols is your deer stone's going to be here now, but then when you move over to this wood, you can move that deer stones to here, and it'll still grab the gold and the wood. Let's see if he decides to do that or not. He is going to come in and check out the base of his opponent. I would love another scouting falcon here, just to see what's going on. Let's see if he does it, because this looks like a second TC coming in from the Ayubid player. So this could be a very good start, as he's queued up the double Keshik. So this could work out pretty well for Frankie. And the archery range coming in for the Desert Raiders. Not sure how well they're going to trade against the Keshiks, but now we see that we're on stone. So we get a nice little scout on the 2 TC. And here come the first 2 Keshiks across the map. And this is a little aggressive because you only need 30 more, but we're going to gather a little bit extra stone. And here comes the Desert Raider, which is going to work out for Frankie, because my guess would be, there it is, he's putting out an archery range. He's going to get another set of Keshiks. This was just a single Keshik. He could have afforded it now. This could have been 2 Keshiks, because now he has the 200 stone available. But instead, I think he's going to use this 2 times on the archers. Get a couple of those in queue to deal with the Desert Raider that he saw a moment ago. Checking out his macro. There's not much going on here. You go with the market? I'm not sure why. Unless he's going to go into the early trade. But if you're going to go in the early trade, you might as well have gone with the Silver Tree. But he is going to get a nice little... The card is going to go down because he tanked all the damage from the TC. He did not take down a villager. But he's got to have these guys rallied over there, right? The Keshik is rallied to here. The archers are rallied here. But when you're providing pressure early, you should have them rally to, like, out here. So you don't, like, have to go back to your base every time that you want to see them. Every time you want to, like, realize that you have more units that aren't doing anything, right? And this is, you're not going to do enough damage here. But good job to stay on these villagers. You know he's out on the berries as well. I'm not sure if he's still out on the berries. I would love to see some guys going over to the berries. The buildings aren't like, you're not going to take down the building with 3 Keshiks. So get on these berry villagers and take those down instead. He's doing a lot of damage to many different villagers, but not enough to one villager. See, now that you have taken some damage, now you can burn this building. Because, yeah, there we go. Because you're going to heal up with every burn that the Keshik throws down. So, not sure going over to the TC is a good call. I mean, yes, he's got villagers over here, but he can just garrison them. I would stick on the berries and burning down that archery range to heal up a little bit. I think he's trying to go around to get to the wood line, but the Ayubid player is chopping this wood over here. And he's got so many units that were rallied to right here. It'd be so much nicer if they were already sitting in this area here. So I would just say, update your rally point. Took a lot of needless damage there, because you ran by this TC and then this TC. So now you know there's a vulnerable archery range. You can just go around and start burning it because it's out of the range of everything. And you gotta get these Keshiks in there as well. You have 18 to 3 units, but you're only using 3 of your units. And now you got a new Khan, send him out right away. I like that. He could be focusing on his macro. He had to send some guys over. He sent the market over here, okay. So he sent some guys over to this deer pack. But now you have plenty of army here to deal with the Ayubid player, and somehow you're way up on villagers as well. He went 2 TC, but I guess he's not making any. So that's kind of fortunate that your opponent has missed some villager queues. But if your Khan sent out a falcon here in the base, you can see exactly what he's up to. I would like a little bit more aggressiveness. You have so many units. You haven't really seen that many from him. But you can really take control of the map here. Floating a lot of wood. I would like to get a couple more production buildings down. Looks like that's what you're going into. Another stable, another archery range, and a blacksmith. So I like that. It's a good play. But you sent a villager forward. Okay. Put up a tower over here. That'd be nice. Stop that gold. But, okay, tower here just to get some vision, I guess. Here comes the army of the Ayubi player, but he's going to back out very quickly because you have way more. I would love to see some more action with these Keshiks. I mean, these berries are probably gone at this point, and he's under his TC, but just be a nuisance, be a pest, you know? Move around the map. Get some healing done. Like, send this Keshik over to burn this archery range, right? I love this. Get onto the gold. You see the villagers. Take down your first villager kill. Oh, doesn't get the second villager kill. And then these archers are just going to absolutely destroy everything the AU player has. So I would go into many more archers. Couple, like you have 180 wood. Just get a couple more archery ranges. Throw some more guys on wood. And pump the archers because they're the counter to everything your opponent is doing. I would get this guy, like these low health guys, I would get them out of there and just start burning down this archery range to heal up. Diving into the TC here, gonna kill a villager, gonna cause a lot of idle time, but you're gonna lose a lot of resources in terms of Keshiks. Whereas you could have moved them out here to heal up. Gonna lose this Keshik, probably gonna lose this Keshik as well. Just being more aware of getting the heals. I like the aggressiveness now, moving the Keshiks around, coming in here, but you got to get the Keshik out of there and start. I'm not sure why you ran around here again. It didn't work the first time, and you've done it for a second time. Gonna get some villager kills, which is nice because you can only put 7 in there. Still up plenty of villagers here, even though he's on 2 TC, which is wild. And your rally point is still in the middle of the map. I would love for that to be closer to your now tower that you have up here. Got 2 traders going. I mean, you're all over this guy, so it's good. Got a lot of idle villagers waiting to get this one deer. I would get a little bit more on wood so you can start working some pastures. You don't have to go like full-on pastures, but just to get a couple pastures going so you have some sheep under your base. It looks like you're spending a decent amount of time macroing these gurs, and that's why you're, I mean, kind of stagnant on the offensive front, but that's okay. You're not gonna, I mean, your military is 24 to 6, but you don't know that it's 24 to 6. This is his entire army basically right here. But as long as you keep the pressure up, you got to keep the pressure up so he doesn't move out into the map and see your trade. Because you're into 3 traders now. Looks like you're using all of your wood on traders. Just fine. Trying to boom up because he's 2 TC, so you're staying way ahead of him. But it's more because he's not queuing any up than it is because you're doing anything to stay with him. The second TC not doing too much, but you know this gold is vulnerable, right? I would love, and this tower is really far away. I would love for your Khan to throw up a, if you even have the Yukon, get him into the fight. Just throw up another Falcon just to see where his gold villagers are. Dive with these Keshiks on the gold. You know the gold is susceptible here. You're kind of letting him get more units out, and you're floating a lot of gold. So either get the upgrades, right? Because you don't have any upgrades really. I know you want them for. Okay, you want the gold to make Keshiks, but the Keshiks don't cost all that much gold. Like they're only 80 gold. It's not like a full knight. So I would still be going back to this gold mine. Gold mine is where you want to be hitting. And then I would also You got a blacksmith now, but I would have this in the Uvu range, because then you could get improved siege engineering, making mangonels out of the field. A ram would probably do wonders for you right now, but the mangonels would help as well. You're still crushing him in terms of eco count and military, but yeah, see now you're, where are you going with these guys? Alright, you're going to get the boar and the deer up here, that's fine. Eventually I would love to see some pastures come out. They're 150 wood each. I would just love to see them get out onto the map. Looks like your Uvu also depleted. So you got another stone up here. Stone over here is probably better. So you just move your buildings over there as well. I would have loved to see when you put this tower up, to put a tower up over here instead on his gold. Before he got his tower up, which I don't think you've seen. But you could have really taken advantage and taken control of that gold when you brought that villager up. And you have so much more military than him. You could probably kill these 4 guys before he even notices. Okay, another tower. I'm not sure what this tower does, besides deny this gold, but you haven't denied his original gold. Is he still just making... Yeah, he's just making units that are susceptible to archers. So, interesting play, knowing that you have so many archers. And now you're just floating a ton of resources. Like, pump out Keshiks. You have 2 stables that aren't doing anything. Pump out the Keshiks. Pump out the archers. Just pump something. You're not making any units. Getting siege engineering, make a ram, I guess. But you could also make 3 pastures once you're done with this deer and boar up here. And that way you have a lot of safe food. But I like coming up here to get the deer and the boar. You can get a lot of food this way. But you just gotta use it. You're not using any of it. Massing up an insane huge army right in front of his base. You have the falcon. Send it in. See what he's up to. As we look, he's still getting a lot of, well, not getting a lot of gold. I don't know what he's really planning for, putting these walls up. He's got this deer right here. When did you queue this up? Okay, so you're just towering all around his base. I would like to see the Khan come in to scout a little bit first, and then put this tower up, but it looks like he's just stuck in his base right now, so you can kind of do whatever you want. Gonna send in the Keshiks. Gonna send him right into those spears, gotta get out of there. I would have loved to see the Falcon come in first. You could see what his army was before running your Keshiks into the spears. But you see a lot of what's going on in his base now. Because you have... The early pressure has trapped him in his base. But, I mean, he could have expanded at this point. You've kind of let him... given him time to breathe. You see his entire army here. So, knowing what you have versus what he has, I would push in. It's not like you're in the pros and you know half his army is elsewhere. This is his army. Like all 20 of them, right? Okay, I don't know if you're floating resources to go castle, which is fine if you are. I think castle isn't a terrible play, especially your opponent just reached castle, so this is when you should really push in. You just reached castle, and before it comes online with the upgrades, you need to get in there. You can just burn this tower down. His army is over here. Okay, I love this. Getting the Keshiks out on the villagers, causing a lot of idle time. You don't need to burn this mill. You can just run through and go elsewhere. These archers are going to do work against the spearmen. Looks like he right-clicks, so they're all going to that one guy. So this is over. You're going to win this fight and you win the game. Floating a shit ton of resources though. Maybe go castle or make units. I would love to see more production buildings. Because if you don't win, I think you're going to win this fight, but you're only in 2-2. If you don't win this fight, it's going to take you a long time to replenish your army. But it looks like you won this fight and you won the game. So I would say it was good aggression early. Maybe be more aggressive, be consistently pumping units and just get the Keshiks on the gold, especially against an Ayyubid player. You want to always be harassing this gold, like gold, 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 gold. Make him go idle and make him just like deny his gold. You don't have the tower rush, but you were all over him at one point, and before he had this tower down, you could have put a tower down, thrown an archer in there, and then now he just can't get gold, right? But I think you won this game pretty easily, more so because your opponent didn't make villagers. You went 2 TC and he's way behind you. I like that you're in on the trade, 12 traders. But if you're going to go that early trade, you might as well go with the silver tree. That would be one of my recommendations. And that's another film review. Hope Frankie Dukes appreciates it, and thanks for stopping by.